Okay, you guys, we're back. We're back. We're back. I have, I was already interviewing Xavier. Now we have the one and only, the Golden Boy himself, Xavier.
Yes, hi you guys.
Silence.
Well,
Oh,
welcome.
clap.
And can we get,
Welcome.
put the applause? I'm gonna put the applause.
Yes, give me
Welcome.
Yes,
applause.
the applause,
Applause,
baby.
child.
Because he is everything. He is everything. So,
Mm.
guys, I told y'all about this W interview that I had ready. So, what we were talking about, we left off, talking about the mid-season. I have Xavier and Joe, like what they experienced was, what their reaction, looking at this Missy, we're gonna reaction. We already heard it from Xavier. We're hearing it from Jovier.
So my reaction for the mid-season trailer. How can I say this?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. I like everything. I was excited for Xavier to come onto the show. I was definitely excited for Xavier to come onto the show and for him to be seen because I was like very happy to know that we have somebody who's willing to get to know the rest of the cast. He has other things going on, vibing with me and Bam. So with that being said, that was the first part of how I felt on the mid-season trailer. The second part,
Mm-hmm.
I just found it to be just very like distasteful, like for the most part. I just found it to be very distasteful for the most part, as far as the second part. Like I feel like I feel like the second part kind of took the shine away from other people's come up, and it just brought more mess.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest, I feel like the second part just took the shine from other people's come up, and it brought more mess into it. And I know that it has a lot to do with a lot of fraud, but I mean, I'm here to clear a lot of that up because at the end of the day, we didn't really leave off on bad terms with anyone. So just seeing the mid-season trailer kind of put a lot of things in perspective, a lot of questions that I had asked beforehand, which was basically a lot of lies. I mean, you gotta do what you have to do, but I do think that it should have been a little more couth.
Okay, okay.
Respect for people's lifestyle.
And mhm. And also, like I asked Xavier, what was your reaction hearing Prince on the interview with Scotty by Nature, Bub? Shout out to Bub. Shout out to Scotty by Nature. Shout out to Terrence. Shout out. Who was the other? Was it just Bubs? Yeah, it was just Bubs, Terrence, and Scotty. The interview.
Hmm.
They interviewed Prince, and basically, Prince called you Two Face. What was your on your? Oh, you muted. You muted.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm sorry. No, I did on purpose. It's just because like it's other stuff. I'm sorry. I'm right here with it. Okay. So you asked me the question is how did I react to it? Prince called me Two Face.
yeah.
Okay, so for the record, and I'm just gonna put there on the record. I didn't know where it came from when Prince really called me Two Face because, and these are just facts. Like, there's no tea, no shade. Me and him never spoke to each other the whole first half of the season at all. I never like brought him up. Even when I spoke with you in the interview, I said that I'm glad I want to get to know them more. I never brought Prince up, and even the second half, me and Prince never interacted like that. So I just felt like for him to call me Two Face, you gotta know me to call me Two Face. But me and you never even interacted like that at all. Like we've never had no issue. You don't know me for you to call me Two Face because we haven't spoken like that at all. If you see during the whole entire season, through the whole entire season, me and Prince even had like no scenes together. And I said I actually was glad to get to know him towards the end of the season. But for him to call me Two-Faced is like, how can you call me Two-Faced and we barely spoke, like at all? We barely spoke at all, and I would have to be a friend to you to be Two-Faced.
Mm.
You know,
Right,
so when
I
I
agree.
seen it, I just was like, it's not accurate. And like for disclaimer, like we still have no beef. The only issue that I only had seeing that with Prince was because this came out of nowhere. We stopped filming weeks ago, let alone months ago. So now out of nowhere, I'm Two-Faced and we've been stopped filming. So it's like, how am I all of a sudden now Two-Faced? And me and you barely spoke. We've been stopped filming a long time ago. And you know what I'm saying? So our storylines never crossed paths. The only thing I just had issue with was the fact is like I just comment on what I seen at hand. You know, I just comment on what I seen at hand. And I wanted to state out there, how can you have an issue with my opinion towards something that you brought to the show? Using my name. It's
Oh,
right
and
there in the mid-season trailer. It's in the mid-season trailer. You know?
yeah.
So it's like, how can
So yeah.
And I'm the
Oh,
one. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead,
And then he did an
Xavier.
interview, and he did an interview with Karan. And when Karan introduced me, said, "Oh, I want to introduce Xavier. How do you feel about him through that game?" And he was like, "Oh, he came looking for a storyline. I came looking for a storyline. Like what? Like yeah, because I wrote down, yeah, this is what I want. This is my whole. Like, who does that? Like, who really does that? Like, for real, for real. Like, so I really feel like he was reaching after he felt, honestly, I feel like Prince felt he didn't get what he wanted out of Guys Night. Because if he did, I feel like all of that, we would have had the same reaction. Not the surprise, like, yo, like, we kind of
yeah,
blow. Like, we would have had the same reaction.
I'm thrown
like,
off. I was
the
thrown
same
off
reaction.
surprise.
So, and then we get it. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
So, and we didn't. So basically, it was like, it was surprise, and I know that's why it was like, if I would have watched the two, I would have like, yeah, let me buck now because I didn't buck before. But I'm not about that life. I'm not about. If you didn't buck before, I'm not gonna buck back
And
right
it's like I'm not
now.
even gonna like trying to like waste time either because it's just like I said, caught me completely off guard. Like even when I had my interview with Karan, I didn't say nothing bad about Prince. I said I was glad that me and him actually, you know, and speaking positivity, if people pay attention, like I was glad that me and him got a chance to get to know each other towards the end. And now I'm Two-Faced, and now I'm just like, what does this have to do? And then, you know, with the whole, you know, of course, with the comments on the interview, you know, he had stated he just was like, well, you know, like, where was this during the season? Me and you didn't have a problem during the season. That's what I'm saying. Like, we didn't have an issue during the season. So how can you say where's during the season? Because I am a person, if I do have an issue with somebody, I'm going to go to that person. Like when I had a disagreement with Jamal, I pulled Jamal to the side immediately. Like, you know, immediately be filmed and I had a conversation about that. And me and him had patched things up and we moved forward from that. And then on top of that, it's just like if I had something now, like I'm saying, if we were still filming now and I seen that interview, we would have been filming me confronting and addressing that because it would have been happening in the moment. But this happened weeks after, and now all of a sudden I'm Two-Faced, but we've never had an interaction. You know, so it's like I'm not the kind of person to be all like, you know, cyber tough and stuff. I'm just like, if you're going to tell the truth, tell the whole truth. If I'm Two-Faced, you have to explain why am I Two-Faced, but you're not going to put out there that you know, you're being seen in the mid-season trailer, you know, with this rumor that's going to be later on shown in the season trailer, and then say, oh, Xavier's Two-Faced. So it's like those are two attacks. Like you're basically coming for me twice, and it's like we've had no issue, and we still don't.
Okay.
That's why I'm confused. Like it's like where is this coming from? Because I've been social the entire season. And then Prince, like, this happens, and then now it's like you've been laid back and cool the entire season. It's just not a good look for you, Boo.
He's a puppet. That
Well,
man is a puppet.
let's keep that moving. We see in the mid season trailer that they show a phone with somebody's, direct messaging somebody about y'all two possibly, quote unquote, sleeping with it. And then we
Say it how it is. No, say it how it is. What it said.
What
Say it.
What
You
did it
have
say?
to say what it
They said
said.
that y'all were
They
y'all
said
were
it.
Basing.
Matter of
Yes,
fact,
having sex, having
Let's
relations.
dissect that. Let's dissect that.
Yeah.
Keep talking.
And then they shoot to you, y'all in the hotel room, try to gather y'all, and it insinuated that y'all was creeping
Doing something then.
around and doing something.
No, I was telling him to just say what they said it because he was sugarcoating it.
So, go ahead, Xavier.
No, you go first because I have to pull up something before
Okay,
you.
good.
I
So
say
why don't you
something.
go ahead and go through them files, child. Go through them files. When I seen that, I just knew that it came from production, and that's why I'm not gonna put the blame and say, oh, this and third. I know it's hard. Prince carried the bone, and you know what I'm saying. He carried it, but in the same sense, I knew it was hard, but I knew it came from production because it said the message stated. It said that that me and Xavier started to mess around when I got to Miami. Nobody didn't even know. No one knew I left Miami. No one even knew I left Miami for a little bit. I went back for my grandfather's funeral. Thank you very much. So no one didn't even know that I had left Miami to begin with. No one from the cast except for Xavier and Bam. But at the time, I didn't meet Xavier yet. So Bam knew I left Miami, but I knew me and Xavier was already in communication. So no one knew I left Miami, and then Karan knew. So Karan knew, Bam knew, and the people who I was cool with. I don't know nobody in Miami, and the people I know in Miami wouldn't know people who was part of the cast. So that's when I just was like, how they said, and when Xavier left and when he came back, it's like no one knew I was coming back. Only production knew I was coming back. So how can someone say, oh, when Xavier got back to Miami, who knew I left? Because as far as anybody else was concerned, I was there the whole time. Other castmates didn't even know that I left and went to Philadelphia because we don't follow each other.
Let's talk about it.
And I'm the kind of poster, I don't put my location up like that. I might have posted, but you would never catch it. So it's like, it's like to continue to lie about something when you're really, and I'm the kind of person, when I tell somebody something, I knew I told it too. So not many people knew I left at all. And it's not even not many. What I mean by not many is that my friends here in Philadelphia who don't know people associated with the production and my family who's too damn grown. So they knew nothing of me even, you know what I'm saying, even going to, the only person I just told because we're all under an agreement. So I told him, let him know I was leaving and when I was coming back. So that's where the slip up was for me, because how can a lie say, oh, when Xavier got back, how'd you know I left? Because if you knew, you would have been like, oh, when Xavier, while he was in Miami. But child, I ain't no vocabulary person, child.
I caught the good one. Oh, can I jump in? So it says, so this is what I told. I'm really good. That's why I wanted to join journalists, because I think I am really good at investigating. I can screenshot and I know some facts. Because if you state a fact, I want to know the fact. Because at the end of the day, I am a primary source. I'm not the secondary source. So these secondary sources, you got to check them. First of all, I'm going to send you the screenshot. So when you see in these videos, everybody's going to see the timing. Prince got sent this damn DM at 7:52 p.m. When I screenshotted it, because it shows the phone, honey. It shows the phone, honey. It was 8:01 when he opened it. It was 8:01 when he opened it. You got this. This is all yours because it's in his hand. I screenshotted it through YouTube. That's why you could pay for that and then you could get that. The status said, "Hey,
guys, I will put it up.
Of course.
Go ahead.
Mind ya, 8:38:7 sent Prince at 7:42. He read it at 8:01. Hey, I'm gonna keep myself anonymous, but I know you have been around Xavier and Xavier. Let's start off.
He wasn't even around them at the time yet. I'm sorry.
Start
Hadn't
off.
met him yet.
No, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry. He didn't
Let's start off.
Kind of did, but you know.
Who? Let's keep it anonymous then. Let's name names. My babe only know me and Xaviier are around each other. My babe ain't no mind your business 83, 87. Bam only know that we're around each other, and production only know that we're around each other. Production means Karan, because Karan's the only one holding cameras. So let's talk about it. When you send something that I'm gonna keep it anonymous because I know you filming Xaviier and Xaviier, it's like we didn't even post pictures with each other yet. We didn't even get to chill with each other yet because the fits wasn't there yet. Like when he came through, it wasn't a Friday, so I couldn't get my hair cut yet. So when Miles thing pulled up, I pulled up very nice because I had my haircut. Like it's going every Friday is a haircut. When I tell you, when people start saying certain things, when it's like you only people know, and what I didn't even know about the Xaviier situation on the amount of who knew he left and everything like that. I didn't know until I hit him up and we were speaking. Once again, he told me that. Who am I gonna tell? Why am I telling somebody his personal things? I'm not getting to know anybody. I don't know Jamal yet. I don't know Prince yet. I don't know Miles yet. I didn't even get to meet Bam yet because Xaviier wanted to do a genuine meet. Yeah, when I fly up to Miami, I want to have me, you, and him pull up so y'all can get a genuine situation. I don't want it to be in cameras and they got this because, once again, Bam is just very misunderstood. But once again, Bam is Bam, and I love Bam because, once again, Bam is Bam. Like, you only get one person out of everybody. Like, you can't change them, but you also can love them. I've learned to love people even through their flaws and all. You can't, you have to, because that's a true friendship. That's a true togetherness. If you don't, it's like, yo, I'm picking choosing. Like, I'm gonna love you when you good, but I'm not gonna love you when you bad. Nah. And I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. So at the end of the day, that's what I was growing with that. Let's continuously with the message, child, because that's step one they fucked up. Well, been around Xaviier, and word in the street is they slept together when he got back to Miami. I'm letting you know so you can tell your friend to not get caught up in anything. So Prince and Xavier is friends. That's number one. That's number one.
And then why would they send it? Why?
Who? My Instagram, I'm sorry. I don't even know who Mindy is.
This is, once again, this is
like
no
that.
tea. This is no tea, no shade to Prince, but he needs to really own the facts. And I'm looking at you like this. Listen, Broham, there is no beef. So I don't understand why you're creating any, because we haven't spoken. We haven't really got a chance to get to know each other. And I was proud for the progress that we've made. But in the same sense, you can't sit up here and lie and be like, oh, you're two-faced, because we've never hung out for you to call me two-faced. I've only had a situation with Jamal, and I've only commented on a situation that was prevalent to this show. Everything I commented on was to the show. Nothing behind nobody's back. I always said I understood your situation, but you're not going to sit here and tell me how to feel about something that you brought to the show. You're not going to do that, like, because in the same sense, like, we can be adults here. Like, nobody knew I was coming back. And the thing is, once everybody dropped this charade, dropped this act, like, oh, I didn't know that. We know we're dealing with production, and production lies pathologically.
That's the thing. And honestly, I feel like the streets, that's another thing. You have to get to them. Let's get into it. Whose streets? Is Xaviier name in the streets? Is my name in the streets? So whose streets is you on, Mindy, or production? Because if you tag, like, if you see who's tagged on my Instagram, and I don't follow any of them or whatever case may be, I do not get tagged of word in the streets or any negative thing or whatever case may be, because that's not the person I am. So you're not gonna get a fact from.
And then is my name spelled right? Is my name spelled right? Because nobody can spell my name right either.
You know it's spelled right.
Let me see, because no one can spell my name right.
We're gonna see. I
go by the Goldenboy. People always my name spelled wrong. If my name's spelled right, it's production.
I don't know if you can see it. I have to zoom in a little bit more.
Let me see. Oh, Jover.
Yeah, I can't.
Production. That's my name, and it's
spelled
correct.
When it got to that, it was
correct.
Like my name in these streets is the only Brook in the Bronx streets, and that's real shit, Aaron. I'm out. I'm out the Bronx. I ain't in the Bronx no more. Let somebody from the Bronx say something about me. Now we gotta fight.
He's out the Bronx.
But one thing about it is I respect mine. I'm not lying on nothing of mine. Because you want to know why? What I'm building now and what I brought Xavier and Bam in. And I do regret allowing Quran into our happiness and into our vibe and into our circle because it was just to do this. But I also do pray because it's like, yo, I want this for everyone.
Right.
But for Prince to go that route, because this is only one step. This is the first step. Mind you, Xavier got invited to that pull-up. Let's talk about it. Quran, oh, Xavier, what are you doing? Nothing, chilling. It's a Thursday. Just had class. Oh, we're having a reading.
A psychic reading.
A psychic reading. You should pull up with the rest of the cast members. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm a Christian. I don't believe in that. Like, I don't believe in my psychic. I believe in my future is whatever God has planned for me. I'm not about to go to that. If I would have went to that, he would have never had a show. Because that everything would have went down. They would have I'm telling you, it would have went down. And it was God that was like, X, don't do it. But then fast forward.
Talk about the timing though. That all happened within a week and a half. Like, how messy could you be? Like,
we already know production had 2 weeks. But my thing is the timing that is like, oh, I'm not important, and Instagram is like that because this is what I go off of. If you're able to read a message, a DM within, they sent this 7:52 and it's 8:01. That's like within 9 minutes. You come on, I don't do that. I'm not that type of person. Like, it's not paying my bills. It's not doing that.
To drag somebody else's situation and try to tarnish somebody else's marriage or situation. I don't got time to wish that upon no one else's foundation.
Like that shit is wild.
Black, we're all gay. We're all trying to do this, and we're trying to be on a come up and do something positive.
And we black.
And the best lie and scam you can come up with is the fact that use me sleeping with somebody who is engaged.
That shit is trifling. And on top of that, I do respect Jamal's situation because you saw his face. And
yeah,
I think that's
Jamal was I was hollering. Jamal was like, he was like, bitch. I was like, okay.
Because at the end of the day, you take it and you have to be like, okay, I see. You in a reaction. This is how somebody is a reaction. And Jamal's reaction already showed y'all niggas is going too deep. His face showed it. Like everything showed it. But Sean and Prince, y'all want to go through that whole let's do this, let's give them what they want for production. It's like that shit is cruel. So we gonna get past the cruelty, or you want to get past like, okay, you want to be messy, and now because once again, fast forward after that, it was nothing.
The whole tea with that is like, oh, like we didn't know that you guys were friends, stuff like that. I'm sorry, I don't check into nobody. That's one. Two, it doesn't matter if you knew we were friends or not. Nobody knew that Karan and Sean were friends before the show. Karan and Jamal was friends before the show. You guys were friends before the show. And you came onto the show as friends. Nobody's clocking how long somebody's been friends with somebody. So it really don't matter if you knew we were friends or not. Because nobody's clocking your friendship. Everyone want to clock. It's like because people want to shine a light on my friendship with Xavier, my friendship with Bam. It's like nobody's worried about your friendship with these people. If you really think about it, the comments that come out my mouth, I'm not saying, oh my God, you friends with this person. Why don't you check your friend? He's grown. I'm not worried about your friendships. Who the fuck you make friendships with? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like in the same sense, it's like, no. Oh, he might pop back on. But I hope it didn't die.
No, he just left.
It said left.
Yeah, it said left. Let me see. But keep going, Xavier. Keep going.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Sorry.
I just texted child. I like the blurred background. I think I chose the same thing.
I'm sorry, y'all. My headphones is dying and everything, and then my phone. This Apple stuff is too much, y'all. You got watches, you got the iPods. This is a lot, y'all. I can't.
Look, this is okay.
Technology.
I try not to have like a lot of Apple products. All I got is my phone and my computer. I'm really trying to buy
these
iPads
they
as well,
dead,
but
and I'm like, my phone was charging. I apologize, you guys.
But no, for real, Xavier
It's
was
a
telling the truth. Like,
Yeah, like the thing is like trying to make it like it's a friend thing, and it's like I'm not worried about who you become friends with. I'm because we're part of this show and this cast. I'm worried about getting to know you. And as you can see, I want to continue to show that we're all separate and transparent. Transparency. I hold everyone different. That's why I say like for me to go there with you, I gotta have actual beef with you. That's why I'm saying like you can't legit have anything against me like Prince because we've never spoken like that. And then when I did speak to you, it was like something chill. And the first time of you really speaking to me when you brought that rumor to me. And we were all having a good time. So I just was like, don't get up here and lie. Don't get up here and lie and do stuff like that because nobody has time for that. Like, and we're not gonna try to continue on this foo-foo of a lie either. Like this fugazi of a story either. Like nobody is trying to continue this shit on. There's no beef, child. Stop lying and call it a day.
but they did on the trailer, child. They dragged it. And I've never seen something so, it was like so dramatic that my heart stopped because it was like, you went the amount of doing that whole little text message situation. And then the only scenes you see is with us is when we were filming with us, stupid. So who is like, who are you as a production and be like, oh, I got footages. Bitch, we got no footages.
I got some footage.
I was like, yo, I was so depressed. I was like, girl, but he got me with that. He got me with that black and white one. That's what got me talking now because he got me with that black and white
that
one.
black and white was like, oh, the black and white was saying like, oh, the cameras are always on. Let's talk about the cameras being on. Okay. One, yes.
We're gonna get into it. That's
yes.
One, you know.
We're supposed to. I'm very calm. Yes.
One,
we were supposed to film, and we were supposed to film me setting up for my guys' night. Now, my guys' night, I wanted to do like HIV awareness, talk about deep conversation, and get to the root of things, and just talk about things. And I wanted to really prove and get to a point. Things obviously went left. But besides that, talking into that, coming on later on, Karan came in, production came in and said if we were going to film. When we came in and said we were going to film, he basically was like, okay, we're going to get y'all coming right here. When you say the cameras are always on, I know when people say cameras are on, they're always mic'd up. Once you mic me up, I'm liable for anything because I'm aware that you mic me up. We don't go into places and cut on cameras and just be like, oh, the cameras are always on. No, sweetheart. You just cut the cameras on. We're not even mic'd up. So now you're recording without my consent. I'm not mic'd up. You said that you said film, but you didn't tell me when you cut the cameras on. And nothing was going on anyway. So it's like for you to do that, it kind of be like, wow, how much of this lie do you have to do with? Because nothing was going on. And then you had the cameras already pre-on before we even sat down. So you just needed little pieces to make this lie bigger than what it is. And it's false. And it's really disgusting.
I want to take a step back before I get there. Okay, go. How you be like, I'm the interviewer? I'm sorry. No, go.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Go. Because I do want to speak on that too, but it is before, like, I still want to speak of the situation on how we got to there first. But go.
Okay. Well, listen, it's kind of know, like, producers, like, it's not too, it's in a way, it's kind of fucked up, but we all know that production set shit up, behind the scenes. They have to make the story, like, come together.
It's his job.
If it's like, it's his job. So we have to make it that point that this is actually his job. He was trying to make, good TV. And baby, he sure did, at the expense of two good people. That's what I will say. At the expense.
And the thing is, and we don't have to like it. So whatever comes out of my mouth after that, he doesn't have to like it. So if we're playing low down and dirty like that.
Because he's not. Because, baby girl, Karan, when I met everybody, I genuinely had a one-on-one with everybody because we were working, and even somebody said in the comments like, but isn't this the same? Did everybody pull up in the comment in the trailer? Somebody was like, what? I saw Karan, you post everybody was getting along or whatever the case may be in one of your Twitter and your Instagram thing. And that's the same night as Miles thing. We were having a good time because
great time.
Is he?
It's Frozen.
You're gonna say who was Frozen, so I'm gonna start dancing. Okay. So yeah, but that situation came about when I was like, yo, I want to throw an event with everybody there, so I'm gonna get like the whole pool situation. That's where you see us all cheers in. That was literally, we were there for literally like 6 to 7 hours. They didn't bring up that message until the last hour. They had that message the day before. And I think that's where I was like, before that, Karan came first, production came first by himself, holding his cameras. And he was like, oh, I have a question. How do you feel about somebody asking you a question? And he asked me, Bam, and Xaviier before everybody came, which is Sean and everybody did. Remember, bro? So we went around and then Bam already, you know, Bam did whatever Bam said. I felt. And then he went to me and I was like, well, I would answer the questions, of course. Like, I don't mind questions because, like I said, I am an adult. Like, if you have something or you know something, tell me so I can tell you the truth. I'm not about to lie. Like, what we got time to lie for? You're not my mom's. You're not my fiance. Like, I don't even lie to him. I have to tell him the truth. We are built off of trust. If you don't trust anybody and you're not honest with them, then you have nothing. And I think that's one downfall was that I had put too much trust into Karan. And when you do that, you get the fact of, you get this. You get the truth. And that's why I'm not mad. Like, he got it.
And that's why it's clearing the air. That's why it's just clearing the air. It's just clearing the air
because it's like exactly what you just said. Because it's like you put that out there, but you knew strategically that you were doing it. Because once again, you asked us, why production asking us that? What question do anybody have to ask? You know something. Because it ain't word on the street, because it ain't on your little T page that been MIA since when? One person can't do a lot. Can't do it. I'm sorry. It's hurt. You can't. You cannot. And I know that because
something. Oh yeah, it could have been something else, but it's just like, you know, I mean, you want to create drama, you can do your job, but no one can ever tell me how to react off of something involving me.
I didn't like Prince's turtleneck. I could have told him that in his face. You was gonna hear that. I didn't want you to wear a turtleneck. Why you got a turtleneck on the camera? That's real. You understand? Something real. Don't make something up fake that is now going to diminish your brand.
But then it also goes into you as a person too. It's like, okay, rather if you knew or the case may be or not, case may be, it's like on the inside, it's like, if you do know, how would that make you feel? Like you're okay with carrying this
because
out?
Now
you're okay with carrying this out. Like if you do know, how would you feel? You're okay with carrying this lie out. Like, let's just carry this lie out. Like, oh, it came miraculously out of nowhere. And I'm trying to figure out what scene showed me being Two-Faced.
So let's go on. Let's go even further. So we know that everything was set up. Basically, you know, as what I'm
saying, you guys slap me in the face.
Nothing. There was no drama towards the end of the season, and you know, we couldn't have like it leave off on a good note. We had to spark it off with some drama so we can go forward to season 2.
Yeah.
It's basically that's what it's looking like.
You are preaching. You said it. No, you literally just, because Xavier life is too boring. My lifestyle, the come up is too. And this is another thing where you come into, like you say, you speak to your character, because how are we not uplifting people's truth and people's come up? You've never had anybody engaged on your show. You had people sleep with other people, things, and whatever they did, whatever case may be, but you never had that, and it's something real. So if I'm genuinely giving you something real and you play with that like it's a joke, that shows, like Xaviier said, somebody about your character. And he said it. He was like, Xavier, once again, I cannot wait. Just roll up. I want your relationship on here. Like, I want to be able, we going to be able to film with you, Xaviier? Are we gonna film with your fiance? Yeah, you want to know why? Because this is a come up. This is something real. But you don't have your drama, especially because what you did to Bam and how you played it, and you got a good one. But Bam is a real person, so Bam wasn't gonna give you the same energy she gave you the first time around. So you looking for it in somewhere else, but you just played with the wrong one. Once again, I'm not gonna sit there and do that. I just want to see somebody slap me. Somebody slap. I want to see somebody walk because that's what Prince said. I'm gonna slap him. Okay. Ooh, you feisty.
It's just disappointing because it's like he wasn't like that. I don't feel like that's him. I don't feel like that's him at all.
It's not. He's not like that.
Like,
you can see it.
A business person, like I was like, I want to get some business. Like he was like, doing all these positive things, and then it's just like
was on the balcony and we was chatting for like an hour about relationship, and he was telling me about his ex or whatever. Like, you understand? So it was really like Prince had good vibes. He was just put in a situation that I let him know at guys' night, like, yo, people like that I can't be around, because if somebody's gonna give me a bone, throw me a bone, like a dog or something like that, I'm gonna handle this a different way. The way you handle it was very messy and very disrespectful, and I can't rock with people like that. So that's the route I'm gonna give. It wasn't on that rah, I want to fight you, you disrespected or whatever, because it wasn't that. But production, on the other hand, you disrespected, because not only did you sit there and you plotted, you sat there and you put my name and my brand and my fiance's name and his life and everything we're about to do on question for your little fucking views, because nobody's getting paid.
Come on now. Nobody's getting paid to sit up here and to just have you, like, what I'm saying, carry out with their name. It's just like,
who wants to pay you that, bro? We ain't booking this as having guys' night, which is a positive thing, which I actually hurt. Like, it hurt me because he kept saying it when I met Xaviier. I want to have this guy's night. And it was so exciting and so aware, because, Aaron, to have someone that once literally gay people to be around and talk about their problems and their struggles and to speak about things that some people don't want to speak about, HIV or being in a relationship or being single or dating. They don't want to talk about things that matter. They don't. And that's sad.
Like, it's to see if I do want to be kind of a little spicy. I said, Karan, I'm dead ass serious. Like, this is not something that I do for cameras. I've been doing it for 5 years now, so I like to do it. It helped me through a hard time in my life. So I like to do the guys' night thing. And then for it just to be about drama, and then, you're worrying about when the cameras go down, you're worrying about other stuff like, the Jamarcus beef and drama, stuff like that. That had nothing to do with the guys' night. Yes, I said it. Yes, I did.
And I didn't replace Jamarcus. Let's talk about that.
Jamarcus was cool. Jamarcus is cool.
Because the way they did Jamarcus was very, very dirty, and like, oh, he got replaced. Xavier's didn't know. Xaviier was literally going to be casted if Jamarcus was there or not. So let's start that off, and Karani knows that. Karan knows that.
Yeah, Karan.
So I wanted that to be like it. That's the thing. Like, it's just being mixy, and it's just like, come on, like, your views and your entertainment is great and whatever, but you are now playing with people's names and brands. It's like they're not attacking you physically because they can't see you, but you really think you're gonna come out here and have a season 2? Where? Not in Miami. And that's word on everything. That's word on. I dare.
Are you dumb? That's real wrong. I just wanted to say that real quick.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yes.
Because it won't be.
Like, I live for
it won't be. It won't.
So, going on, like, as a, how you feel, like, what is your present, like, feelings towards Karan and his production? Like, what do you, like, what's your final, like, do y'all feel like it can be resolved or talked out with Karan, production-wise and stuff like that?
You want to go first, bro, or I'll go first?
I'm sorry. I'm over here trying to find more dirt in my phone. Go ahead.
I believe him. But I'll go first. So
I had called Karan when the trailer dropped because it put a happy home in a place that we never been in, Aaron. Like I've never been in that place before with my fiance. Like, and I was like, what? Like, oh my God, like, do I have to explain myself? Like, are you about what? Why? Like, it was like, so I called him. And you know what he told me? Give me, it tells me, oh, it's due to production. Like, I'm gonna show the good, I'm gonna show the ugly. I'm like, there's no ugly. And I think that's the problem. Like, you can make a ugly, but my relationship is not ugly, like, no shape or form. Like, especially for what you're trying to promote and stuff like that. Like, I didn't sign up for that. And I ain't signed no contract. I got text messages. I ain't signed no damn contract. So on. And I'm not gonna sit there and take you to court because once again, I support like black businesses or whatever case may be. I feel like what I won't support is fakeness and unprofessionalism and you being biased about situations. So if you're production and you have a team and say for example, I'm the newbie should not be that market that you want to touch because the newbie did not say anything about nothing. When I signed up genuinely like, yo, I want to be there, kiss me be. Told him like, yo, I met him, he's cool, like through social media, whatever. When you come over, we're gonna film. He even said, okay, cool, like when are you and Xaviier gonna film? I want to film you guys first. Even sat there and took forever to come film us the first time. So he knew that me and Xaviier was gonna film. And not only that, when my fiance came about, Prince was the one who filmed me and my fiance. I didn't know Prince was production or cast member. I took it for a grain of salt and continuously read the drive and continuously went along. Do you not see how I'm a team player? And I'm like, yo, so I'm going along. Even now we filming you the other side of the camera. One of my lights went out. Ba-bow. Baby, oh my God. I'm gonna go down. Yeah, that thing went off. I'm scared.
No, he's talking real tea now because he's talking real tea.
I'm sorry, that like literally just okay. Sorry.
These are important facts.
Like
it's okay.
So literally when he came and filmed us, I didn't say anything. So when we went to the Miles situation, I kept it professional because I'm like, okay, well, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to. We all are there. We all been there. We're all not perfect. And I think that's the thing when you want to set this whole perfect situation. I got this. I got that. I'm this. And you're there and you can showcase a lot more. We go, baby.
But I kind of feel like it was
go, baby.
Where it's like when I do speak up because now, people know me, it's definitely going to be a I'm right, you're wrong situation. No, Prince, you're still wrong. Like, it's not like a I'm right and you're wrong situation or, well, I'm going to have more leverage. Like, do you feel like what you're doing is right? Like, not saying you're doing it, but it's just like everybody played a part.
It's like with the once again, following up with the Quran situation. Like I said, like, I have a problem with the professionalism because not only did you put my name out there and my relationship out there, you then started to push these 25-minute videos and 35-minute things and started getting slower and smaller. And then now it's not coming out on Wednesdays no more. Now it's not at 8:30 anymore. Now YouTube. It was very like, how am I sitting here to like, yo, you put this out on me and I'm sitting there waiting, being professional, not yelling and not doing all of this. And I'm not picking a side and I'm not saying nothing. And you pull out that trailer and you disrespect the only person that sat there and was like genuinely and didn't know nothing. Now I'm about to tell all the tea because you fucked with the wrong one. Like, I ain't doing anything to you. Well, if my life was too boring and I told you on my casting call, which I could show you that too, I gave it to you. And he asked one question, are you going to show your fiance? Yes, I can show my fiance.
I told you not to.
So if my life was too boring, why did you cast me?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
But I wanted to see a positive black strong relationship on the show. and I wanted it to go in good and come out, but it's still coming out amazing. But it's like I wanted to like the scenery of it to still be that, not like, oh, it was a scandal with. I'm gonna easily interject myself. I have the choice in that in life, so we're gonna inject ourselves from that toxic ass bullshit because we have the choice of that in life. I will not be answering no more questions after this interview about that scandal or the mid-season trailer because it was toxic. It was a hot ass mess. So that's my last comments going forward with. You might as well edit that shit on out because I ain't talking about it no more. Because I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the invitation I put out to my guys' night, and because that was disrespected, so will we everything else be.
That's real talk.
It is. It's no tea. It's no pun. I'm okay. Everybody is good. I have my two friends on the show, Bam and Xavier. Everyone else, there's nothing for us to. There's
And
no.
I love the
We
thing
don't know
about
better.
that too is not to cut you off. Like, if Quran, because once again, I don't know, and that's where I'm at with it. Like, I'm moving. I'm keeping going. I'm not looking for it. But when I'm get told about it and it's like, okay, I got time to be messy and to have some tea, so come on, let's laugh. And then I'm seeing it's still nothing. So how am I sitting here gonna be like, oh, Quran, I'm mad, I'm this, where that was last week news, that was a month news, that was 2 months news. What are you trying to push? When are we gonna have a reunion? That's my question now. You got all of this footage. You got us this, now, and the third. This is the hottest time now to have a real reunion because I'm telling you now, Xavier, Styles, and Goldenboy will not bring in this energy in 2021. If you think you having this freaking, and I'm sorry to speak up for you, bro, but I'm sorry, Xavier, I will not be bringing this energy into 2021 on any of these reunions. He has a reunion before 2021. I'm pulling up because there's something that I have to speak about to let go before 2021 hit. If there is no reunion set up because the way it's moving, you feel me? Like, I don't know. And there's scenes.
I'm gonna show you guys. I wanna show this invitation of my guys' night that I sent in the voice message to show my like intentions for that, and then we're gonna just go on from there because I want people to know a lot of things did happen. A lot of people did do a lot of stuff. The first season, people were on their business. I guess. I mean, the first season, the first half, people were on their business. The second half, people were on their bullshit. Business first, second half, bullshit. At least one thing you'll say out of me, and I can only speak consistency all the way through. And I only respect what I brought on the show. People will see that I can take jokes. I don't care. It's fun. But I'm also a people person. You gotta want to get to know me.
And I said that too.
You gotta
when
want
I saw
to know
it.
people.
When I saw your interview.
Hi, what's up, you guys? This is the Goldenboy, and I wanted to formally invite you to all of you guys to my annual guys' night. Also, a donation for HIV awareness there as well. You can give 50 cents, you can give a coupon, you can just give yourself. I would love for us to have fun conversation and talk about a lot of topics. There will absolutely be no judgment and also no drama because I have no problem kicking you guys out onto the street. So once again, Goldenboy, and I'm inviting you guys to have a great fun time with me to help empower and uplift the next person. We're all living the same lifestyle. We're all going through the same pandemic. So I want us to all let our hair down tomorrow and have a good time. The attire will be called Date Night. So I'm look good for you, and I want you guys to look good for me. Goldenboy out. I'm going to put the information in the next message below, and I'm going to give you guys all the details. So can't wait to see you at the Golden Guys Night Thursday. Starts at 7 till 10, or whenever you feel like leaving, but 7 till 10. Remember, no drama and no judgment.
So does that seem like I wanted any of that to come about?
And that's after. That's after the message.
So I'm entitled to feel how I want to feel. Like they're doing too much.
I knew, honestly, at guys' night, the energy was even weird because when we got the whole setup, I told Karan, I said, yo, I want to explain that how they received the message or did about the message rubbed me the wrong way. That's it. You want energy, that's what energy you giving because it rubs me the wrong damn way. And I let him know right then and there with the boy he was filming. I never met him before. So he was there. It's just me and Xavier. Literally just me and Xavier.
setting up the nice things, setting up everything. Like, we taking our time, and not only our time, our money.
And we
sitting here
spent our money.
For what? And on top of that, you're sitting there, you're going to literally get ready with us, or we're getting ready once again, because Xavier's obviously in the other room. It was just a 2-door thing that you can see, and my bag was right there. How you got it was very smooth. Very, very smooth. You're a smooth motherfucking person. But the way you retrieved it and the way you did it and how you did it, react out of it after it, is the same way where I said I don't fuck with Prince enough. So I'm not about to sit here. You understand?
It was like no sympathy part. It was like
yeah.
Oh, it came up. Oh, it legit came out of nowhere. It wasn't like I can understand how you feel being in this. Like a real human reaction. Like, oh, who did that? Like little stuff like that. Like, well, damn, who did that? And oh, like, I can understand how you feel. This shit just literally came out. It was like it just came out of nowhere, right?
And then Jamal, when I mentioned it, I went down the line because Sean wasn't there once again, because Sean doesn't live in Miami. Well, when I pulled up, I know Sean wasn't living in Miami. Sean was staying with Jamal. And the thing that got to me with Jamal was once again, I'm keeping quiet and I'm not saying anything because I know these facts. And I'm like, Jamal, well, we even exchanged words and we knew we were cool and we was going to do whatever X, Y, and Z. But why didn't you hit me up? Because y'all have my number. Jamal goes, oh, well, I'm mind the business that pays me. So is Karan paying you because he's staying in your house? So who's getting paid? So it's Karan, Jamal, Prince, Sean, y'all all production. And now you got me, Xaviier, Bam, and Pretty Old Miles. Let's talk about it.
Who has no ties to
you guys. So you have your loyalty to that. So that's why I'm saying this is where I'm at with Karan, because it's like, as production and as somebody that I am now going to tell you that I am going to use this platform to tell it all, and I won't speak about it no more because it makes no sense. You're not getting that out of me, but you're going to get the truth. Because during that, I stood quiet. I stood all those quiet, even after you had me pay $30 Ubers to go back and forth, $40 Ubers to go back and forth, and you're not paying nothing.
We're the only people who
don't
have no ties to production. Like, we came to film, we came to show our lives. Not that saying you can't help a friend out, but you can't sit here and say you have an authentic cast and it's people who you've known before and people who've had work with you or helped you work before. Like I said, and I will say it again, you're not going to catch Nene Leakes holding the camera for no other housewife.
She will not.
I didn't judge that.
It's just like, you can't. The thing is, the reason why it's a little bit irritation is because you can have them to plant seeds and to cause drama for you. It's not authentic if it's not a like, 8 individuals or 7 individuals who don't know you. You pull people in who you know can plant seeds and cause drama for you. Do you, boo? But I'ma do me, and you can't get mad about it.
You can't, because now little old Xavier, that's mind his business throughout all of your stuff, is speaking about it. And they're going to be mad because I'm speaking facts. You have no facts. None of your things have receipts or nothing about Let's Marry 030 whatever, and pull her up to the reunion, because I want to know who the words on the streets is. For real. I just want them to understand that you crossed the line. Now, all I'm going to let you know is, okay, well, since you guys are all working with each other and that's dope or whatever, Jamal, you had a chance because now your brand is on it too, bruh. If you want to kind of be personal, you was there. You received the message the same way, but you're looking for love. You want love. You respect love. You're going to see that he sat there and said that in my face. You respect the love and you respect Black gay marriages and all that. How do you respect it and you going to mind the business I pay you? But this man right there that's sleeping in your guest room is stirring up some stuff that you have to live in, Jamal. You have to live in Miami. You didn't know if I was a crazy man or anything like that.
And
like,
how
you
do I know? How do I know if my footage is safe or not, that I've recorded or what we've been through and recording is safe, if production is staying with you? If y'all all talk, you can say and swear all you want until the heavens clouds and everything open up, but you also don't owe me anything, so you can also lie to my face too. So I'm gonna go off my
It wasn't
Because you were
genuine.
staying with me in Miami, so I just was showing up to filming. So I don't like not having a one-upper. Literally, all we had was literally communication between me, Bam, Xavier, and we had communication between Miles too to be like, okay, well, this is just how things are. But for everyone over on that end to just be, like you just want to who spend time thinking while we were planning positivity, you were planning your event, I was planning my guys' night, they were planning rumors.
Moving. And honestly, my event, I
wouldn't have brought no shit up like that because Jamarcus, can I say this? Jamarcus, people from Jamarcus' team also, and then shout out to y'all, Jamarcus, ain't nothing on top of that. Anyway, the people that were on Jamarcus' team was contacting DMing me, and I was saying, if something like that came to your phone, I was saying to Prince, you didn't have to bring it up. You could do it for the show, but you didn't have to bring it up. It just seemed staged because it happened while using your phone. I got a message while we were filming the first time meeting Xavier was filming about people in Jamarcus' camp willing to pull up. I could have invited them to the filming. I could have invited them to the guys' night, but I don't do messy shit like that because that was sent to my personal phone. So if something's sent to my personal phone that's involving drama, I'm not going to do that. What I did do was I told Karan off camera that they did contact me. I had nothing to do with your drama happening with the show, but I don't want to see you in an uncomfortable situation. But when it came to stuff going to people's personal phones and they want to see other people in uncomfortable situations, I want to show you a step better. I'm going to how you should have done it. You shouldn't have said anything. You shouldn't even brought nothing up. Yes, it's for the show, but if it's going to tarnish someone's brand and tarnish someone's identity, you should have just kept it to yourself. Like I said, I could have sent the address over to the locations of my guys' night. I could have sent the address location over to Xavier's rooftop party, but I didn't. So we do have choices, and it's bigger than just a series. It really is.
And let's talk about the rooftop party because they disrespect it. And that's when I knew everything was orchestrated. And that's why, once again, because you're going to see, if it wasn't for me and Xavier, they would have had nothing. They wouldn't have. I don't know what you're doing over there. You probably you're going to be taping Jamal, making his clothes or whatever. And that's dope for Jamal. But at the end of the day, they want to see Miami. They want to see the come up. And we came to give you that. We came to give you the scenery. We came to give you that because all you got to see was motherfucking palace and somebody's house party. That's it. So I'm going to give you this. When I had that, when I tell you we all, me, Xavier, Bam, and Karan, production was on time. They took like 3 to 2 hours late because they knew. And this is the thing what I'm trying to tell you is like you planning things and they came with new people and all that. It was just like, once again, they didn't bring up the message or whatever. So I'm just like, all right, well, we just been drinking and stuff like that. Like, well, I'm about to jump in the pool and all that. Like, because after I'm about to leave, like, it ain't giving that. Like, I just wanted to just thank y'all for inviting me in, but y'all not respectful. Like, y'all coming in wild late with other people. Like, Sean brought like 4 to 5 other people with him. Nobody got cups. Nobody got drinks. Nobody got nothing. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing the way you guys are moving. It's fine. I'm jumping in this pool. We're going to have a good time. Nothing happened. So at that time, y'all could have pulled me to the side of anything. That shows that shows who you guys personal are. Sean and nobody did not pull me. Nobody that day, Jamal, Sean, or Prince pulled me to the side to talk about it. But y'all had that whole scene getting the personal message. But you want to talk about it then, but you don't want to talk about it now. Like, come on, like that. I felt like that right there would just show, like, yeah, I can't chill around your circle.
I'll say they could have brought it up to either one of us. I just didn't know what the end game is, but I just know what the end game is. And at the end of the day, it's just like, I mean, I don't like nothing about it. But when I think about it, more loopholes come up. It's just like no one knows me like that. Like in my life, I'm a social person, but don't nobody know me like that. Left Miami and came back or anything like that. Like when I had my interview, the only thing that could expose that is my interview with you, Aaron. That's it. When I was home. That was home and that was Philadelphia. That's it. But I don't think people would dig enough to be like, oh, Xavier was, he left Miami and when he came back. Well, exactly when did I come back?
Well, Mary 0307, she knows.
She knows, child.
She knew exactly at 7:52 p.m. at that time. and he knew. So strategically, if he have a reunion, I will literally go before 2020, and I can't do anything about his little videos and stuff like that. So I won't demolish his things or whatever. I won't. I'm gonna let Prince and them all get their shine and stuff like that. I will watch. I am not commenting. I am not doing that because I'm not giving them that energy. I do look really good on the camera though. That's why I was like, I'm grateful for that. Like my beard looked good. Like, and I'm only doing this interview because your review was the best review I've ever I saw the genuine laughter. Like you was like, yo, like this is it. This is my reaction.
And
like
also,
love it or hate it. Like, and I loved it. Like, cause I can laugh. I can take
Aaron,
a joke.
Aaron, you're well-rounded. You reach out to every single cast member. You don't stay on your one side. If you're gonna review everyone. Don't just stay.
Yeah.
And these are just for my reviewers, because I'm not the kind of person to not like somebody, not want to speak, or their case may be like, I'm willing to speak my truth for every single person, but you gotta allow somebody to do that. Don't just, because I'm sure we're not the only cast members who reach out to you, as far as not the only cast members reach out to them. You know other stories, but you want to get everyone's story, and that's what make you a good reviewer. So it doesn't just make you just having one side. And I don't gotta be a YouTube sensation to know that, honey. I am very seasoned. So it's just, just like, come talk to me. I'm open to be talked to. If I have an issue with somebody, I'll come talk to them about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true shit.
Yeah, cause when cause I think I think I told you that in the beginning I was like, I already interviewed the cast members because they were the most important, because one of the cast members, two of the cast members in particular, Jamarcus and Prince, I didn't feel like the vibe I was getting, they didn't bring too much to the show. That's the vibe I was getting. So why am I going to go out my way to interview them if they're not doing nothing to be interviewed, just be interviewed. Like, we just on, yeah. So it's like, I'm going to interview them. But then I kind of I saw the show and then I ate my words because I literally...
Something was going on. He had stuff going on.
I saw something. I saw something in Prince, that his story and the whole the ex-boyfriend and him owning the store, and I had to literally DM him and say, listen, I am sorry. I'm sorry that I jumped out the window with that.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I apologize. And that was sincere.
Sincere. I jumped out the window. But then you was truthful about it. You went and was like, okay, I see that you had, something going on. So, and I feel like that right there is Prince. But towards the end and how things play out is just like...
Xavier never answered your question.
That's because that was not.
He never answered your Quran question. Remember, he was looking for tea.
What?
The last question that I answered.
Oh, what was the question?
About no, you have to ask it. The Quran question. You was like, moving forward, like past that, how do you feel about?
Oh yeah, moving forward, how y'all going to are y'all going to have a conversation with Quran? Is this the last time we see y'all in the franchise? Can it be rekindled? Can it be talked out and stuff? That's the question.
I say yes. Things can be rekindled because yes, I don't have no beef with nobody, and I'm the kind of person, I'm gonna keep it and be as real as I can be. Things can be rekindled. As far as the franchise, I don't want to be a part of nothing that's going to be messy. I don't want to be part of nothing that's going to strategically or purposely try to be messy. As far as the franchise, it seems like, it seems like he wants to do, things with Fighting Bad Boys Club. And I want something a little more subtle, a little more classier. Like, the thing is, if you can't verbally express how you feel, then cool. Now, everything isn't about fighting and just and being seen getting rowdy and stuff like that, because I'm sure people can jump out of character as well. But that's not where I'm heading in life. So if that's what Gemini Films wants to continue to do, I will not be a part of it. I will not be a part of it if that's what Gemini Films want to continue to
Well,
do as far as being,
I do. Go ahead. I'm
you
sorry.
know,
I
I wanted to, I wanted to bring something different to the show. I feel like I have brought something different to the show, and being an OG of my ham he, but a lot of things behind the scenes have to be cleaned up a little bit more for me to just engage. I want everyone on the show to be authentic and to equally not know each other. I want it to be an organic cast and let things happen naturally. And right now, everything right now is pretty much a clean slate. I spoke my truth. We're all good. Just don't sit up here and lie. If you got a chance to know me and you want to call me two-faced or the case may be, I respect that. But we don't know each other. Like I said, I still don't know him. For him to say, like, if I don't, we don't know each other. And I'm glad we got to know each other. So I'm gonna just like leave it at that. Just just don't be that way. It's not positive.
I will state that I cannot do Gemini Films again because of the lack of professionalism it has. That doesn't mean that I won't do another YouTube show. I will. I do. I don't mind. Like, you understand? Like,
Yeah.
if it's genuine, I don't mind. However, honestly speaking, today I honestly got talked about somebody's like doing a reality show, but I'll be doing a hair for it. So that's interesting because I know the cameraman for it and stuff like that. So I'm like, all right, let's see what you pushing, like, because he's pushing LA. So I'm like, so we're gonna see about that. But honestly,
let's talk about the high fashion. Let's talk about the magazine, the actual magazine.
I won't do Gemini Films
First of
because
all,
I feel
let's
like
talk about that damn that Instagram. I'm sorry, that Instagram is editorial in itself.
that's
I
yeah.
told you that.
Thank you.
Rant.
The crazy thing about it is I honestly had to send that all to Quran Production, so he saw it, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's nothing genuine, so I can't join something that I know don't have good intentions. That's why I wanted to do this platform.
I just wish we all shared.
I would, yeah, like something that.
And Miles shared it like organically.
And that's why I miss Miles. Like, every
And
time
Prince,
I
organically.
speak to Miles, I'm like, yo, I miss you. Like, I really genuinely got a relationship with Miles. I really got a genuine relationship with Xaviier. I really got a genuine relationship with Bam. I didn't get to know Quran because Quran, it kept it work. So it was like, okay, cool. You want to keep it work? That's fine. We're gonna keep it work. But you know my real life. You know it. Like, you see it. You see it enough that I have. I got messages shouted. You really see it enough that you really asking. I'm in a place that you feel like you can ask me to lend a hand. If you can write somebody, can I lend a helping hand? How can you sit there and then push this out and be like, yo, but this is just business. It's not personal. So give me my lending hand back because I'm still waiting. Because it was for Atlanta. But then that's when I found out that somebody wasn't going to Atlanta. So I'm like, I'm paying for you something for what? Like, so I can't join that.
Wait, did you bring up the Linden hand part? Oh.
I didn't know.
I didn't.
Oh, you brought it up.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
You wait.
It was a situation where it got to the point where I felt like, once again, if me and Karan is building a relationship, he asked me for a lending hand, meaning like asked me to, let me hold something. I got you. If I'm letting you hold something and you're telling me like your business, like, oh, I'm supposed to be going to Atlanta, I'm supposed to be doing this, I'm supposed to be doing that, and then I see on Instagram, everybody see on Instagram that he posts this, oh, I'm not doing this, I'm doing that, then did his little interviews, and then situations may have you, and then you post this trailer. It's like, there's no turning back now. Like, that's what it's like, unless Xaviier literally get told, like, yo, like, I do owe you an apology. And when I go to the reunion, I want a apology for my fiancés, not me. I want you to sit there, not printing them, because there are puppets in this situation. They are their little things. It's Quran. You really know you disrespected. Like, you disrespected on another level that had no coming back for. And you could have sat there and was like, yo, X, I don't kind of think you're still good for this. You could have been real and said, yo, you're not for this show because your life is not as spicy or as and I don't want to mess up anything.
If
That
you
so
like
it could have gave me a situation to be like, yo, babe, they might play with our relationship, so and we not to be played with. Okay, cool. Let me get a chance to sit there and say, okay, I'm with it or not. But you not giving the same chance to me that you gave everybody else because you want to edit Prince and them relationship. You want to edit everybody else's relationship.
I feel like
I had a vendetta against, like, it was like he knew me from the Bronx. And it's like, what I do to you, let me know. I probably did something to somebody he knows. I don't know, but let me know so at least I know what I'm fighting against, and then I could tell you if it's worth fighting for or not. But that wasn't worth fighting for. So moving forward, it was like I allowed that to happen, and then now it got to the point where it's like I can't and I would not go back to doing that. And I just wish that, once again, if we get a reunion and it's before 2020, I will go. I will. And my only thing of going is basically to get that apology from him for my fiance, and he will be right there. And that's it.